Hey ladies, Erin Sum here with Erin Sum Confidence Coaching, and today I wanted to talk about being courageous in the face of fear. Now, as you know, as you're an entrepreneur, you know that entrepreneurship is not always an easy gig. It takes hard work. It takes a lot of personal growth, like personal growth on steroids. It takes persistence. It takes dedication. It takes sometimes very long hours. And it also takes courage above everything else. Because as an entrepreneur, you're putting yourself out there in front of lots of people, and it can be really scary. Lots of fears can come up. Fears of being seen and heard, judged and criticized. Fears of success, fears of failure. That's a huge one. And fears of not being good enough, right? Fears of not having all the skills you need. Fears of looking like a fraud or being found out for not being good enough, right? Or not really being an expert. These are all fears. These are not truths. These are just fears that come up for us as we make our way in the world of entrepreneurship. So when our fears come up, we have two choices. We can run and hide and not face those fears, not step out, not be courageous and take those leaps or baby steps. Or we can be courageous in the face of fear. Step out and do it anyway. Take baby steps, take big leaps, and feel the fear and do it anyway. Okay, I know that that is not always comfortable. In fact, not always is it not always comfortable, but most of the time it's not. But that's how we gain confidence. That's how we create the success we desire. That's how we make an impact in the world, is by stepping past our fears, by being courageous in the face of fear when we're feeling fearful and scared. We've got to take the opportunity to get out of our comfort zone in order to create the success we desire, in order to live our dreams. So in making that choice, whether to step forward past your fears and be courageous or to stay back in your comfort zone, I want you to ask yourself, how is this serving me? What choice am I going to make? Am I going to make the choice to move forward, to take that little baby step forward, or to take this big leap in order to get closer to my dreams? Or am I going to hold myself back? Is this decision that I'm making right now moving me forward or holding me back? If your answer is no, it's not moving me forward, ask yourself, why am I holding myself back? What is my fear? What is the worst thing that can happen if I took that leap, if I took that little baby step forward? Because a lot of little tiny baby steps add up to big leaps, add up to massive success. Okay, you don't have to always take big leaps in order to get to where you want to be. You can take just little baby steps to get to where you want to be. Ask yourself, what's the worst thing that can happen if I step out there? What's the worst thing that can happen if I face those fears and step past it? If I broke through that fear, if I was courageous in the face of fear, what's the worst thing that can happen? And I also want you to ask yourself, if I decide not to step out in the face of fear, if I decide not to move forward, what could I be missing out on? What is it that I could be missing out on if I took that leap or that baby step? You see, most people never take that first baby step. Most people never step past their fears to get to where they want to be. Most people never get to live their dreams. They just stay in their comfort zone where they think they're comfortable, but really it's more uncomfortable for someone who has big dreams and visions and who knows that they were put on the planet to make a big difference, just like you, to stay in your comfort zone, to live your life in that comfort zone. It's more uncomfortable to stay there when you are a visionary, when you know you were put on this planet to make a big difference. So don't stay there. Start by taking just a little tiny step forward. Ask yourself these questions. The most powerful thing you can do is to ask yourself questions, to move yourself forward, to really figure out, like, why am I holding myself back? Really, what's the worst thing that can happen? I get rejected? Someone says no? Big deal. Maybe the next person will say yes. You got to get through those no's before you can get to the yeses. Okay? A big difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is taking those leaps, is moving past those fears, is getting out of your comfort zone, is asking yourself these questions. So I want to ask you, where are you holding yourself back? What's one little thing that you can do to move yourself forward? I want you this week, today, to take one little step forward. One baby little step. It doesn't have to be a huge leap. Just take one little thing and move yourself forward. Take one little step. So what can you do today to move yourself forward? What can you do today to step out of your comfort zone, to move you towards your dreams? I want to know what you've done, okay? So comment below the video to tell me what you did today to move you past your fears, to break through them, to move you towards living your dreams, to move you towards the success you want to create. Let me know. I want to hear about it, okay? So comment below, let me know what's going on, and I look forward to connecting with you very soon. Here's to being courageous, breaking through those fears, and making the difference you were put on the planet to make.